Welcome to Conquistadors. Today we are talking about the Spanish Empire. In the early 1500s, the Spanish had a firm control of South America. Now with weather from Lola.
I think it's raining.
Lola. European conquistador Hernando Cortez comes to Spain with 500 soldiers in 1519. The new conquistador was presented with gold from local citizens.
Now let's go down to the field reporter Bruno with citizen Francesca Margarita.
We are with local citizen Francesca Margarita. A local citizen. What do you think about Hernando?
I think he is very nice, and my family and I presented him with a lot of gold.
How do you feel about the new Europeans?
Most of them are good people, but the harvest food supply is running short.
Thank you, Francesca.
Thank you for having me.
We just got intel that the Aztec ruler Moctezuma was captured by the Europeans. Moctezuma has made a proposal with Cortez. If he lets him go, then Cortez will give him lots of gold. We'll come back to you after this short message from our sponsor.
I am Pepe Ole, with your first one vocab word. Conquistador, soldier, adventurer set out to explore and conquer new lands. Now back to you, our conquistadors.
Pepe.
We've just got intel that Moctezuma was killed by Hernando Cortez.
Cortez left, but we have a suspicion that he will return. Cortez returned and captured Tenochtitlan and then destroyed it.
He then built Mexico City, the capital of Spanish colony of Spain, but Cortez used the same methods that Pizarro used. In 1531, Pizarro landed on the coast of Peru to find the Incas who had much gold.
A year later, he led soldiers through the heart of the Inca Empire to take the Inca ruler Atahualpa. He still executed their leader, even though he was paid a huge ransom. In 1533, he defeated the Incas and captured their city, Cusco. Let's go to Bruno at the scene.
At this tragic scene, there are too many graphic things to show our viewers, but I can tell you there are many deceased. We have a lucky survivor and witness, Lucia Julio Racal Montoya de la Rosa.
Hola, thanks for having me.
How has this invasion affected your life?
I have no money, no home, no food, and a 2-month-old child.
The people here at El Conquistadors would like to help you and other survivors. Just call 1-800 because of Pizarro.
Thank you. And then we walk off.
Lines will be open after the newscast.
In 1513, Juan Ponce de Leon sailed from Puerto Rico to investigate reports of a large island. At the island, he found beautiful flowers, so he named it La Florida.
Now let's go to Lola for the weather at La Florida.
It's hot. It's really hot.
As more Spaniards came to La Florida looking for gold, they all had fruitless results.
Around 1539, the conquistador Francisco Cardenas sent out about 1,100 Spaniards to Native Americas in search of Golden City, Mexico City.
But as Coronado was trekking through the southwest, Hernando de Soto was searching for riches in what would later be called the United States. De Soto traveled as far as the Carolinas and as far west as Oklahoma. In 1542, he found the Mississippi River and later died without finding any riches.
Now let's take a break and go to Pepe with vocab.
Hello, it's me, Pepe Ole. Again with some vocab. Plantation, large farms worked on by laborers who live on the property. Common something. Land grants that include the right to demand labor taxes from Native Americans. Missions, religious settlements. And that was all today with yours truly, Pepe Ole.
In the big empire of the Spaniards, Native Americans had only a small place as laborers. Native Americans could work in mines, ranches, and plantations. Most were forced to work in mines to look for riches, but they died. Spaniards such as Bartolome de las Casas protested against this cruel treaty. His efforts led to reform of the encomienda system in the mid-1500s. later developed a rigid social system based on birthplace and bloodline. At the top of the social systems are the colonists, who were born in Spain called the Peninsulars.
Then there are the Creoles. They have two Spanish parents, but born in America. They are the most wealthiest of all classes.
Just like us.
And we make it rain. That's fake money.
It's raining.
Also the mestizos, whose blood was Indian and Spanish.
Below the mestizos were the mulattoes, who had blood of Spanish and African heritage.
Then at the very bottom was the Native Americans and African Americans.
That's all we have time for today. See you next time on
El Conquistadors.
Bluebirds.
Money, no food, no home, and a 2-month-old child.
I hit it on my breath.